Hey everybody, Ryan here from Rhino Hockey Channel. Alright, going to be going over the second round of the NHL playoffs for 2022. Yeah, 2022. I forgot what year it was for a moment there. But this is the first one is Colorado versus St. Louis. Obviously, these two teams won their first round matchups. Obviously. We'll go over that later. But this is, I believe, only the second or third matchup between these two ever. And that's including Colorado as the Quebec Nordiques. They never played each other at that point. I believe they were opposite conferences at that point. It's been a while since I've seen the Smythe division. So, it's been a little while. But anyways, hello cat. Before we get started, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button. That helps get the video out there a bit more. And also, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, a little tiny bell button next to that so you can be notified when I drop a new video. And also make sure to leave a comment. I got a few comments in the previous videos, especially the LA video. I really appreciate the comments. It was nice to see what people thought was going to happen. I'll go over my prediction for these ones at the end of the video. Make sure to leave a comment on what you think is going to happen. If you don't agree with mine, that's fine. Let me know what you think, how you think this is going to play out. Let me know. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so these two teams only met 3 times in the regular season. First matchup was all the way back on October 16th, a 5-3 St. Louis win. Good start to the regular season for them. Then on the 28th of October, they played their second match. Please do not drink my hot drink onto me. That would hurt a lot. I'm moving the hot drink away from you, cat. I don't trust you. Sorry, scroll away there. Second matchup was October 28th. That was a 4-3 regulation win for the Colorado Avalanche. And on the 26th of April, a 5-3 victory for the Colorado Avalanche. So as you can tell, close games between these two. Alright, so in the head-to-head matchup between these two during the regular season, JT Compher was the top scorer for the Colorado Avalanche. Out of all the offensive talent they have there, I did not predict Compher would be the top scorer for this team in a matchup between them and St. Louis. But he was. Good year for him against St. Louis. 3 goals and 3 assists for 6 points. Kadri, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points. God damn it. Jesus. I'm pissed off now. We're just going with it. So, obviously, I made a mistake here. I don't know how I did this, but I did. I have Kadri on there twice with different point totals, so ignore the 6 assists, because I believe he had 4 points in this matchup, because otherwise he'd be right there behind Compher. So, 4 points for Kadri. I obviously skipped a line there. Makar, 3 points. Then 6 players were tied with 2 points each. Then Kemper was 2-1 to be the top goalie for the Avalanche in this matchup, because he played all 3 games. Jordan Kyrou on the St. Louis side, 6 points, all of them assists. Ryan O'Reilly, former Avalanche there, 3 goals, 1 assist for 4 points, and 8 players tied with 2 points each. So, other than a few players, most of them were 2 points or less in this matchup, which was not a high-flying matchup in the scoring, but still decent scoring between them. And Jordan Binnington played all 3 games, and I believe he will probably be starting game 1. He was 1-2 in the matchup. Playoff history, the first time they ever played each other was in 2000-2001 season. Avalanche won that one 4-1. Then in 2020-21, the Avalanche won in 4 games. That was last year. So, in total, 2 matchups, 8-1 is Colorado, and St. Louis 1-8. Yes, that was about 20 years apart right there. Which, ouch, that hurts me a little bit. But 20 years apart, so definitely not the same guys from that first matchup. Second matchup, a lot of the guys are returning. So, will they sweep them again? I don't know. We'll see in the predictions area. For top scorers in the playoffs so far, I've switched it from the first video, it was regular season, now I'm going to playoffs. In the first round, Cale Makar in 4 games had 10 points. I would have expected that from Yossi, not necessarily Makar, but hey, Makar, solid young defender, especially on the offensive side. He definitely is proving his worth in the medal area, in the medal area, in the scoring area. So 3 goals, 7 assists for 10 points against Nashville. Nathan MacKinnon, 5 goals, 1 assist for 6 points. Solid first round for him. Gabriel Landeskog, 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points. Mikko Rantanen, no goals, 5 assists. And Devon Toews, or Devon as I like to say, but that's not respectful, so Devon Toews, 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points. In the first round for St. Louis, their top scorer was David Perron, 5 goals, 4 assists for 9 points. Ryan O'Reilly, 5 goals, 3 assists, 8 points. Tarasenko, 5 goals, 1 assist for 6 points. I believe he got all those in the last 2-3 games of that series, so really, he did not have a great series up until that point. Then he had a great series at the end of it. Four of their players that tied with 4 points each. So, obviously, some really good players there. I mean, Colorado, they did it in 4 games. St. Louis, 7. Wait, no, 6. 6 games, sorry. They were a 6-gamer. This is the one series that didn't have a 7-game team involved in it at all. So, there's that. Colorado, Kemper was 2-0-0 before he was injured. Got that stick in between the grates of his helmet. Hit him in the face. Swelling has gone down. It sounds like he will be starting game 1. He had a 1.63 goals against average at .934 save percentage. Francouz didn't do too bad in relief in the 2 games. He obviously won the 2 games since they swept Nashville. 2.97 goals against average and .902 save percentage. Not great, but he got the wins. That's all that really matters in the long run. But it definitely it's not going to hurt them to have Kemper back for this series. Binnington, 3-0-0 in the games he played after he took over for Husso. 1.67 goals against average and .943 save percentage. That is Binnington Stanley Cup year Binnington, not the last couple of seasons Binnington. Husso 1-2 in his games, 3.02 goals against average and a .906 save percentage. So he didn't do terrible in his games, but I felt like he didn't have the support that Binnington has had in the games he's played. So there's that. On the injury side, Ryan Murray is out until at least May 9th. I know we're past May 9th now, but that is still what the injury report says. Still with that hand injury. Andrew Cogliano out till at least May 9th. I know we're past May 9th. I get it. Upper body injury for him. There's a lot of LBIs and UBIs, just to warn you. On the St. Louis side, Marco Scandella out until at least May 12th. Once again, I know it's not that we're past May 12th. Lower body injury for him. Mackenzie McEachern still out until at least May 12th, upper body. And Torrey Krug, that one hurt a lot, missing him, but they still won in the long run, so it's not too bad of a loss. Lower body injury. They also had lost Nick Leddy at one point during that series. Sounds like he'll be back. If he did, did he play the last game? I did not catch the last game between St. Louis and Minnesota. So I missed that. If he was back in that game, great. If not, it sounds like he should be back soon. So this is how the first round went for these teams. Like I said, Colorado beat Nashville in 4. It really seemed like an off Nashville series because they're usually a very good defensive team. They allowed 21 goals because Colorado scored 21, allowed 9. So it was a very good series for them. And their power play, just destructive against Nashville. 43.8%. That is unreal. I guarantee you it's not going to be that good against St. Louis, but it should still be a very good power play. Their penalty kill, kind of more suspect, honestly. Kind of surprising, but we'll see if they can do better. 76.9% on the penalty kill. They had 44 shots on average per game, and they allowed 28 shots on average per game. So they definitely, high-flying offense, shocker there, they're getting lots of shots. And it doesn't hurt having someone like Manson on that back end because him and Eric Johnson can be guys who can, I know they're not necessarily D partners, but they are guys who are more of the shutdown type of defenders that allow someone like Cale Makar or Samuel Girard to get up in that attack because they can take up a little bit more of that defensive role than some of the ones in the in the earlier part of the season could do. Then on the St. Louis side, they beat Minnesota in 6 games. Did not predict that. I predicted Colorado to win. I didn't think they'd sweep, but I predicted them to win. St. Louis did not predict that win. Minnesota let me down in that series. Not that I want St. Louis to lose. I'm not too worried either way. but it would have been fun to see Colorado, Minnesota. There's a bit of a rivalry there. So, gonna miss that, but hey, this should still be a fun series. Especially with someone like Ryan O'Reilly playing against a former team. That could be fun to watch. But, anyways, St. Louis scored 22 goals and allowed 16. So, pretty close to even, but definitely having an advantage. But you expect that with a winning team. Their power play operated at 30.8%. That's still a very good power play. Penalty kill, much better than Colorado's. 83.3% on the penalty kill. But that's to be expected because they have a pretty good penalty kill. 31.3 shots on average per game and 31 shots against per game. So they're pretty even in that area. Now, their biggest key to winning this series, if they want to, is to limit that Colorado shot number from 44 down to that 31, because that gives Colorado Stars less of a chance of getting a goal, because their offense, I mean, St. Louis's offense is no slouch, but I think in the offensive area, I think Colorado has that advantage, but they pretty much have an advantage over pretty much everybody except for maybe Florida at this point that's left. All right, on the dark horse side, I'm still going to say Darcy Kemper for Colorado. How is he going to come back from that injury? I know it wasn't a horrible one, like he blew out his knee and is trying to come back from that. But still, is he going to have a little bit more of a reflex to the stick coming near him? Because there's probably going to be quite a few flying at him, because there's going to be a lot of in front of the net scuffles in this series. And then, of course, on St. Louis, I'm going to pick Jordan Binnington, because if he is getting the start, which I don't see any reason he shouldn't be at this point, with the way he finished out that Minnesota series, is he going to be playing that Jordan Binnington of those last 3 games, or is he going to be reverting back to the other Jordan Binnington, because he's facing a, I want to say, stronger offensive team in Colorado than Minnesota. Minnesota doesn't have a terrible offense by any stretch, but I feel like there's more star power on the Colorado side than the Minnesota. Minnesota has a bit more of a growing offense. I mean, Kirill Kaprizov, his sophomore season was better than his freshman year, so can't say much about it, because you know what? If that was his sophomore slump, I don't want to see his good year. That's going to be scary. But they still have a growing team, and honestly, I think they'll get better in the next year or so, because they're going to be a top team in that division here pretty quick. Not that they aren't already, really. But St. Louis is going to, they need Binnington to be Binnington, not that other Binnington that we've seen the last couple of years. My prediction. I see Colorado winning this one in 6 games. I know, if you're a St. Louis fan, you don't want to hear that. Colorado fan, you want to say, no, 4 games. Well, St. Louis is a bit different than Nashville. I have cats fighting in the background. I'm sorry about that noise. And now they're clawing my couch. Stop clawing my couch. Sorry about that. But Colorado's going to win this one in 6 games, I think, just because they have the hunger. They need to win. Versus St. Louis has already won. Now that they don't want to win again. They do. Everybody wants to win. Even if you won, you want to win again. But I think that drive is stronger in Colorado because they haven't won with this group yet. And I think they want to prove something because they've lost in the second round a couple of times now in the last few years. So they want to get past this second round for sure. So we'll see how it plays out. That's just my prediction. Let me know your prediction. I would love to hear about it in the comments because I love reading how people see things going. Like I said, it was awesome seeing people's comments on what they thought was going to happen in some of the previous rounds. Let me know what you think in this one. And other than that, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that little notification bell next to it so you can be notified when I drop a new video. And other than that, I will see you all next video. Bye, everybody.